What's up, Jones Bones? It is your girl Unitedly Random, and today I wanted to tell you guys about a dream that I had just last night. Mostly because I talk a lot about like mental health and my mommy issues on my channel, and since this is something that I just currently happened, I thought I'd go ahead and share it. But I know that it kind of feels like I'm avoiding actually doing the videos that I have planned. For example, I wanted to do a get ready with me to prepare to do a video talking about why TikTok wants me gone, a tell-all video about all of the times that I got community guidelines striked, whether it stayed or whether it didn't stay, and the situations behind that. That should be coming out pretty soon. I've already gathered all of the videos. I gathered everything and I was like, okay, I'm gonna sit down and tell it all. And I have my laptop and I was like, yes. But a lot of things have been not happening lately. I don't know how to explain it. But we're gonna talk more about that in this video. So first things first, I want to thank Araceli Espinoza, Cool Breeze, and Games and Drinks for being members of the channel. Okay, we have memberships as low as 99 cents. Those are the phalanges, and I finally got the information for how much the souls are. They are $24.99 to be a member of the souls. So if you are interested, I know you guys have been eyeballing that join button down below. Go ahead and click it, become a phalange, which phalange is the scientific term for fingers. I always like that word. So right after this intro.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
And we are back, and so a lot of things have not been happening, and it's a weird way to put it. I think I've been feeling a little bit slower. Luckily, this is right after I was able to clean up the house a little bit more. I finally got the pile of clothes, like I'm smiling, I finally got the pile of clothes that been right there on the floor. I finally got those up. We did some cleaning, I put some clothes away, and so now like things are more, they make more sense. I'm kind of on the precipice of waiting for my period. This month I didn't drink, I didn't do anything that would mess with my period, but she's still late, so it's kind of giving me period come when she wanna come, or pregnancy, which would be kind of strange, considering I think this month was actually a month that we had in our mind that nah, we're not trying. You know what I mean? This was the first month that I was just like, nah, I'm not really trying. We're gonna keep on moving. But like I said, period's late. Which kind of is just like, I just turned 26 and I just also got a job offer that I accepted. So it's like, it just would be my luck if everything kind of not even fell apart, everything fell into something else. It was like the universe was like, you thought, and you know, you got to be ready to go with the flow. So let's talk about the dream that I had last night. It really had your girl choked up. I woke up and I started crying. In the dream, my mom was talking to my father, like the man I grew up from 5th grade on into my freshman year of college when he died. And I have talked about like that situation in dealing with my father, and like how my mom told me, that's on my page, is really poorly colored. The coloring, it was dark. I shot it with my old camera, but it's still already on my page. So my mom was talking to my dad, and like she was making this plea case of why I was crazy. And I think this has something to do with how I was talking the other day in a live, and I said that I really did go crazy at one point because I let people who have twisted morals determine my morals for me. Okay, and everybody that I was dealing with, they would always be like, oh, Alia, oh, Alia, this. But morally, I would never do any of the things that they would do. So it was just like, why would I put myself in that box so that they can judge me and they don't even see themselves clearly? So in this, you know, dream, It was like I was overhearing my mom talk to my dad about how I was crazy, about how like, oh, I know she has multiple personality disorders. That was one of the things that my mom said about me, because sometimes she writes her name differently, and that's her other personalities. This is legitimately growing up. My mom would always be like, oh yeah, multiple personalities. She would throw that out towards me. On top of, I guess, her generally believing that I had multiple personalities. She never got any help for it, but she would always use it as an insult at a certain period of time, right? So I know she has multiple personalities because she writes her name differently. And I was hearing, and I just got fed up with it. And I went downstairs and I felt like this heaviness in my throat. You ever feel like a heaviness where you can't speak and it hurts to speak, but you're like, no, I'm gonna fucking speak. And there's this wad in your throat that's like, I pushed through it and I was like, you think that I have mental issues and but you never think about the effect that you've had on me. I probably have mental issues, but it's your fault. And I remember like I was just going off, and my dad was there, and like everybody was like, at first everybody was kind of like, oh, like you're blaming her for your behavior and stuff like that. And I was just like, I was just like, everybody, like in my, everybody thinks I'm crazy, but I was writing my name in different manners because I saw a girl write her name with like her A like this, and I was creating my handwriting. That is why I was like, oh, sometimes I like to do a circular A. Sometimes I like to make the A into a star, okay? Lately, I've been making my A's into circular A's. But still, you know, and like at one point I saw a girl, and whenever she did the A's, she would do the A's kind of like, I don't know if that showed up on the screen, but I'll pop one on the screen just so y'all can see. So I had a period where I would write my A's like that all the time. And my mom, like I remember my mom to my face using it as an excuse of why I have issues, but again, never taking me to get therapy or anything like that. So it was just really, really frustrating because my dad's there and they're like, oh, you're just blaming her for your issues. And I'm just like, I just kind of like go off. And there was like one thing that I said that I remember, and it was like being 5 years old and having to pick your own switch, which I feel like that happens to like a lot of people. But like at 5 years old, like the whole threat, the whole shebang bang, like the whole like my mom's boyfriend telling me he was gonna tie me to a mailbox with raw meat on me and let the wild dogs eat me alive. I think that's a lot for a 5-year-old. And also when I say this, I think about how I would never treat a 5-year-old like that. Like I would never, I could not treat a 5-year-old like that. And so I was just speaking, and like, again, it's this ball in my throat, but I'm still saying what I have to say. And I'm saying that the things that my mom did really hurt me. And my mom's there, and it's none of the things that I'm saying are lies. And I feel like in this moment, it's just like, she knows they aren't lies. I know there aren't lies. And like I'm saying it, and I'm like, I didn't even get past elementary school and talking about the ways that you have hurt me, talking about the ways that the things you have done have left scars on me, and it hurts, and like there's a ball in my throat. And like I do end with saying, what you did to me as a 5-year-old, I would never do to a 5-year-old. And I would hope that no other 5-year-old has to go through that, because it's really upsetting. I think a few weeks ago, there was this TikTok there's actually a TikTok on my, TikTok Wants Me Gone, that TikTok removed from their platform because of whatever reason, but they removed the video, and it was just the man saying, if a child is old enough to be reasoned with, why are you hitting them? And if they're not old enough to be reasoned with, why are you hitting them? And I think that all of these things kind of came together to subconsciously make me think that there's things that my mom has done to me that I would never do to my child. And I would hope is not happening to other children in the world. I know it's happening, but I just hope that they don't have to go through the things that I went through. And my mom and like my dad said something, and he was just like, oh shit, I can kind of see why you don't like her. And he wasn't talking to my mom about me, he was talking to me about my mom. He was like, I can kind of see why you don't like her, and he kind of laughed it off. And my mom and my dad, they were going somewhere, so they kind of gathered. We were downstairs and they're kind of going upstairs. I'm in front of my mom and my dad's at the door and they're about to leave, and my mom comes here and she's like smiling, like she's outwardly smiling, but she's kind of going to kind of like choke me, like she's going like this. And like I'm frozen, you know, like, you know, deer in the headlocks. I'm frozen and I'm looking at her and I'm like, don't kill me, please don't kill me. Because I opened up and I said some of the things that she did. I'm like, don't kill me. And I feel her arm get like closer, like it's not choking me, but I can feel it, like something close. And I go like this and I bite, and I woke up to biting myself. And that was kind of, I was like, so I woke myself up by biting myself, but maybe I just kind of felt like the pressure of my arm, because usually when I sleep on my side, and I kind of sleep with my arm like this because I have big boobs, so I kind of luck it into this one, and then I kind of like lay it on there because my fingers, I lose blood flow if I don't put my body in a certain position. So I guess I felt the pressure of my hand being next to my face, and that scared me, and that's probably what fueled that she was gonna try to kill me or something. But I woke up with this idea that I was going to find out that my mom had died pretty soon. Like, that was my dad coming to pick my mom up, and they were going somewhere, you know what I mean? And I didn't wake up to any information that my mom was dead, but I thought for sure in that split moment, like, oh my goodness, that was her coming to visit me one last time, and there was no sorries, there was no apologies. She knew at that moment that what I was saying was the truth, and at the end of the day, she was just more irritated that I was saying it than that I was hurt by any of the things that she said. And recently I kind of got to this idea where I was just like, okay, y'all saw the video, I called my mom, I told you guys I'm not gonna reach out to her or anything like that. And I'm trying to figure out what possessed me to have this dream. And you know, the whole thing with getting a job, and the job that I got would possibly take me overseas. And I think Stu asked me, oh, are you gonna tell your mom? And I was just like, why would I tell her? What's the point in telling her? And then also interacting with my little sister to let her know and stuff like that. But I don't know, and it was just a horrible dream. And I woke up crying, and Stuart had to hold me, and like I could feel the hot fat tears roll down my face. And I was just like, is this goodbye to the pain, or is this another wave of the pain? Is this like, what's going on? Because I'm ready to be done with hurting. I truly am ready to be done with hurting, but I don't think I'm consciously hurting myself. I think that, you know, if you try to speed past healing, it can still creep up, okay? And I'm thinking, am I just mentally saying I'm done and I'm still not finished with it? Because why am I having dreams about it? You know what I mean? If it's finito, why am I having nightmares about it? So that was just what was going on in my head. True story. And I want to let you guys know that I am still getting ready to work on the getting ready with me. I'm still working on my TikTok video. It should be coming out soon. And then I also want to do a video where I make a self-portrait of myself, and then I tell you guys 26, I'm not 30 yet, 26 things that I hold as like my truths. or my beliefs while I paint my self-portrait. So I thought that would be fun, especially because the last few times I've ever made a self-portrait for me was back in high school, and I'm gonna show you guys what it looked like in the video. But until next time, much love and positive vibes. Thank you for watching this video. I know that I didn't have the, you know, cleavage out and stuff like that. I know that's how I get you guys, but today was just you gotta listen to your heart, listen to the beat, listen to the rhythm of the street. It was one of those just, let's just sit. Can we talk for a minute? It was one of those. So I'm happy that I could get this off my chest, because if I didn't get it off my chest, it was something that I would be thinking and trying to process. Like I always have to speak it out, speak it out, speak it out, because if I hold stuff in, my mind gonna be running through my mind like all the time. And so therefore I had to. So if you guys have any answers or any like things, words of advice or anything, to leave down below, I definitely would like to read that, and I would like to understand this a little bit more, but I don't want to sit here and think about it, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to sit here and internalize and da-da-da-da. So I'm gonna give it to y'all. Can y'all externalize onto me some answers and some words of encouragement? Bye.